just what you came to see. Let me be your muse. I'll inspire you in ways you won't believe.
Hello sweeties, welcome back to my channel. It's Sugar here, and today we're going to be doing a synthetic wig install. So as we all know, it's been a while since I've been on, and it's been a really long time since I did synthetic hair. I just really missed it. I realized like I wasn't enjoying the human hair. I was doing it quite often. It just didn't feel like I was getting anything from it, any happiness, so I really stopped, and that's why I haven't been on. But I realized like it's been so long. The whole reason we started this channel was for affordability, and because I love changing my hair so much, and I love sharing it and talking about the wigs. It was synthetic hair that I was missing. So I was going through my wig closet, and I have stacks of synthetic wigs that I've bought along the way these past year, 2 years, and I have not tried them on. I haven't opened them. So this morning I opened this wig and started tweezing it. I was like, let's just get back into this thing. So today we're doing Outre melted hairline, and this is Eliana and 1B. And I'm going to insert the clip where I plucked her earlier. Okay, so this is the hairline right out of the box. You see the long wispy edges. I don't really use them. You can. I would suggest cutting them down some because they are long. But this is the hairline, and we don't have a lot of plucking space. It's about a ½ inch of space, and so we're just going to pluck it a little bit. This hairline is not bad. It has that pre-plucked feel to it, but this is just for girls who are looking to do practice, who wants to start making their wigs more scalpy, even the more affordable ones. This is just, I feel like, a really good practice. It's an affordable wig, so we're going to take a swing at it. Okay, and we have the 5 inches of parting space, and then I'm going to part off just a little bit of hair in the front that we're not going to touch at all. And we'll get back to that later. So just to reiterate, that is where the track starts, okay? Everything in front of that is what we have to work with. I'm gonna start plucking back into the hairline in a slight diagonal way. And I'm gonna skip over so many hairs, and then I'm gonna pluck again. So we're not just plucking back to back to back. You're gonna pluck a section, you're gonna skip about the same size section and pluck again. We're trying to give this a more natural look, how hair grows out of the scalp. So this is a great way I feel like to do it. That's how I achieve it. Just kind of pulling back in a diagonal line into the hairline. Now, I will also say, I'm only working at the beginning of the hairline to about middle of the section we have to pluck, because we have to leave hair to cover that track. So once you part off that hair that we're not touching, you're going to start tweezing there, but you're not going to go any further than the halfway mark to that track, if that makes sense, okay? And now I'm just going to let you guys watch how I do this. Okay, so I'm kind of getting near the ear part of this wig. I noticed that, to me, it was less space to tweeze the closer I got to the ear. So we're gonna do less of that diagonal plucking. I'm gonna do a little bit, just not as extensive as I did, you know, across the other part. The 5x5 area of this wig is really your main focus, because if the hair is down, you're not going to really see by the ear tabs anyways. But yes, that is the section you want to get really, really good. So as you see, I just parted out more hair to the front that way, and I'm doing that so that I don't keep going back towards the track. I want to thin out some of the bulk, so I'm taking it the other way just to take out the bulk. I don't want to move the start line of the hairline. Just thinning that out, and when I put it back, it's thinner. Everything's the way it's supposed to be, just like that. So if you want to take out some bulk, tweeze the other direction, not into the hairline, but pull the hair the opposite way and tweeze that way to get out some of the bulk. And now we're putting all the hair back that we were leaving out. And when you do that, I do that so that we don't mess up where the hairline starts. We still have that hairline in the place that they had it. Now I'm just going to clean up the hairs that might be covering some of the tweezer work that I did if I don't like the way it looks. But I'm really not going to touch that hair still, because I want the hairline to start in the right place. So this is how we look compared to where we started. And this is with both sides completed. I want to talk about the part really quickly. I'm usually not a person who plucks their parts in any of my wigs, and I really don't do it on synthetic wigs, because sometimes in the part, that's where the thickest knots are, and they're just bigger and you're more prone to tear your lace. But what I will say is I will clean up the very tip of that part that will be laying on my forehead when I glue it down, because we want that to look really crisp. And if there's any hairs in the part that are dead in the center, that if I put makeup in that part to make it pop, it'll make it look sloppy or less crisp, I will go ahead and pluck those out, but I don't do much. So this is with the part cleaned up, and I think it looks really good. If you're a new beginner and you're tweezing and you find out, oh my goodness, I have holes in my lace, do not worry, it will not affect your install. You do want to be careful. I just wanted to show you that it happens. I feel like every synthetic wig I've ever tweezed has holes in it, and that's okay. So let's get back to the install. So she is a part wig. She has a glueless band. She has 2 combs in the front on both sides, and 1 big comb in the back, and the adjustable straps. This is one of those like really stretchy wigs, and I really like it. But yes, let's get into her. So what I'm gonna do to prep is I'm gonna take my beat up Ruby Kisses cream contour palette and a foundation brush, and I'm just going to tap into the shade that is my color, and I'm going to rub it inside on the lace where the hair is. I usually do spray tint, but I'm out right now, so I'll have to re-up on that, but this will work just fine. And I'm putting it on the inside and all on that part on the inside. Get it nice and tinted. So on the inside, so that you can see, I tinted it really good, and I did go just a little bit past the hairline. That is really important because we want whatever lace is left to blend into the skin. So now we're gonna put it on. So far, just putting it on, it feels really good. It could be big head friendly because it's very comfortable to me. I'll see as we go along this process. We're gonna go ahead and cut some of this lace off because it's way too much. Just to make it shorter so that we can see. Okay. The ears, where my ears should be, are falling right where they need to be, so it's not too small. it's a really good fit from what I could tell. Like I was saying, like it feels really good. This is what it looks like after I plucked it. I think it looks really good. So I'm going to use the Ebin Wonder Bond. I really enjoy the bedhead hardhead hairspray. Like I really like that one, but I'm out. And this is what I had left from whenever. So that's what I'm gonna use. What I'm gonna do is just make sure my hair is out of the way. I should have brought some clips. Give me 1 minute, let me go grab some clips. So I'm just going to spray along the hairline one good time. That's my like little lazy method when I don't want to do 3 layers and doing all that. I just spray it one good time and it does stick and it works. So let's get into that. Also, really quickly, before we get started, let's go ahead and cut these around the ear to better help us lay it down. Make sure it's nice and straight. Okay, here we go. I didn't say this, but if you're a true beginner, go ahead and cut you 3 tabs. So you're gonna cut twice, you're gonna have 3 tabs. It makes it so much easier to cut your lace off because you're working in smaller sections. Make sure that you have that razor at like a 45-degree angle, just really slanted. Make sure you're not cutting yourself and just getting as close to that hairline as possible. It's okay if you see a little white cast. We're gonna get to that. Just make sure that you're cutting that lace back as far as you can and in a jagged line. What I do is I'm pulling the lace. It kind of just creates its own natural jaggedness. I don't have to do anything extra, and just make sure you're as close to that hairline as possible. So now I'm just gonna take whatever is left in my brush and blend it in. This lace was really good. It looks really good right now. It's just that I've been pulling and tugging on it. It had like little casts, but I almost couldn't see where I was cutting there for a minute. It was blending in really, really good. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of spritz on my finger and pat it around my hairline. This is just to help further blend the lace. I do this swiftly because sometimes the ear tabs want to lift up, and that's not what you want. So let's pat it on. And then I blow dry it to help it dry down some. Then I tie it down so that it has that pressure that it needs to fully adhere. Now I'm going to take an angled brush in the same palette I used earlier. I'm going to dip into my color, and then I'm going to find a color that is lighter. So I usually use this color. I'm going to also dip into this color. It helps me get like the perfect scalp color, and I'm going to show you really quickly. Okay, so this is what it's looking like as a clean install. I ended up putting like a little swoop just in my temple area. I'm going to do an update on her. If y'all are into those type of videos, I want to start bringing all that back, like the reviews, like, you know, the updated reviews and all that kind of stuff. So if you guys are interested, let me know. If you guys have this wig, let me know what you think of her down below. I haven't got any crazy shedding. Tangles a little bit. She's long and synthetic. What do you expect? Just keep a nice little brush on hand. I like her a lot. She makes me happy. I'm definitely going to be breaking her out in the fall. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in and joining me, and I hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell. And until next time, stay sweet.
Look. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. Huh? They ain't talking about nothing.